Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So Ethereum, it seems like some kind of a pullback has started. I mean, yesterday I gave you a micro support area to which the price actually reacted. So we had a nice intraday swing trade opportunity, probably rather intraday. And the price dipped into the support region and then rallied. We want to talk about that in this video. Let's first zoom out a little bit. We see that Ethereum is still in an overall boring sideways range, remains much weaker than Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I mean, if we zoom out, Bitcoin is pretty much at all-time high. That means Ethereum would need to be around 4,000 USD to be, to compare it with Bitcoin. So we're not even, we're not even close. So that's why my commentary has been around Ethereum being weaker than Bitcoin. We're also just moving sideways at the moment. Of course, there are correlations, but that's, people often say, like, you don't need to analyze altcoins, they're all moving with Bitcoin. Well, clearly they don't. Of course, there are correlations in direction to a degree, but all the waves, all the charts, they are moving in their own patterns, in their own degrees, If they were off to follow Bitcoin, Ethereum would be nearly at all-time high territory. And it's just not the case. So that's also why in parallel we're tracking the ETH BTC chart, which you can get access to as a member, for example. Or we are tracking Bitcoin dominance, and we are tracking the long-term charts and everything. But all of them are telling us that Ethereum is weaker than Bitcoin. That might change at some point, but it hasn't changed yet. And that's why in this entire cycle, there hasn't yet been any signal to tell us that, it makes sense to go in, let's say, heavy on Ethereum, or that it makes sense to move from BTC into ETH, holdings. Just doesn't make any sense. That might change at some point, but we're always very much focusing on the signals, right? And there hasn't been a signal yet. So Ethereum is still weaker than Bitcoin. There's no rush to move assets from Bitcoin into Ethereum. Rather, I think it is worth being extremely careful with Ethereum. It's been quite disappointing. At some point it might just go, but it hasn't started yet. And I'm always a fan of waiting for a setup first, because everything else is either hopium or speculation. And had you acted on that, like what many people said, like in previous cycles, Ethereum started to outperform Bitcoin and it's gonna do that again, then you'd be, you'd be holding a lot of ETH now, and Bitcoin is just running away. Okay, so it's all about waiting for that trend change to be confirmed, which hasn't happened yet. So we're still in this sideways range. Short-term bearish scenario is the yellow scenario, in which the price might take us down into the $800 region. That would require a break below micro support that we're talking about in a minute. And in this scenario, a B wave topped here, and we are forming a 5-wave move down in wave C. Wave 1 is done. The wave 2 corrective rally is unfolding now. Resistance is between 2,614 and 2,614 and 2,724. And then from there we could start a 3rd wave decline, 4th and the 5th wave, right? And that is the yellow count. Do I believe it? Well, I mean, Ethereum has not really committed to any of these scenarios, not bullish, not bearish. We're just moving sideways. And that's what I've been highlighting for the last few weeks. We haven't really got a clear commitment yet. And you can see what it did lead to, like sideways action, right? So of course, it's without a commitment, the market can just continue to move sideways. But there is a bullish count as well, and that would get further confirmed if we get the first 5-wave pattern to the upside formed from the recent low. And we have something that we call a B wave low here in the white scenario, which is the bullish count. In this scenario, to confirm really that a more substantial low is formed, I need to see a first 5-wave pattern to the upside. As you can clearly see, we haven't got 5 waves yet. We need at least one more, wave 4, which is a higher low, and the wave 5, which is a higher high, to confirm that, and a break above resistance, which I already told you about. Now we have 3 waves up. Yesterday, when the day started, I think we had reached sort of this 78.6 retracement there around 2,680. I gave you that support area here for an internal 4th wave pullback between 2,580 and 2,630. I think I did adjust it slightly throughout the day, which I communicate on Discord when I do something like that, because it happened after the last video. And then the price dipped into it and rallied out of it, but could so far not break and sustain above the resistance area. And we are still only in 3 waves up. But I can tell you that the yellow scenario is now technically full. So we have a completed wave 2 in yellow. But to distinguish between the yellow scenario and the white scenario, we need here evidence in the next pullback. So a break below, and that's the newly added support area now. Let me move that to the left actually. Oops, 1 second. I just need to add the 50% FIB level, not the 61.8. So it's between 2,581 and 2,641. So if this is now a 4th wave, it would unfold as an ABC structure, most likely ABC. Like that. By the way, let me take the levels out from that support zone communicated yesterday. We don't need it anymore. So the idea is we could now be in this 4th wave. Support is pretty much like the one yesterday. And as long as we're holding that support area, we could watch for higher in wave 5. But any break, any sustained break below 2,581 would indicate that we've actually formed a top in yellow wave 2. It would be the first indication that the wave 2 in yellow has formed a top. Yeah, it would need to be confirmed further with a 5 wave move down and so on, but that would be the first indication that we've actually topped. Until then, I tend to give the bulls the benefit of the doubt. See this as wave 5 of 3. We're now possibly moving in an ABC structure, and that wave 4 needs to hold the 50% retracement. That's the update about Ethereum. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. If you're interested in the membership and additional updates, then you can find on our website in the subscription section a description of what's included. There are videos that you can watch to explain you what's part of the membership. We cover a lot of different additional cryptocurrencies as part of the gold membership, and live stream access is included, TradingView live charts, a lot of additional educational content, so you might want to check it out. Hope you liked it. Have a great day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.